Am I wrong for going no contact with my best friend after she humiliated my brother about his sexuality? I, 32 female, have been best friends with Claire, 31 female, since we were kids. We've been through so much together, school breakups, family drama, all of it. She's been like a sister to me, and for a long time I thought nothing could come between us, but now I'm not sure. My younger brother, 30 male, came out as gay a few years ago. It was a big step for him, but our family has always been really supportive. He's one of the most important people in my life, and I'd do anything to protect him. Claire has always said she was okay with it, but she'd sometimes make these offhand comments that felt off. Stuff like, at least he's not one of those extra gay guys, or being gay is so mainstream now it's not like even a big deal. I'd push back when she said those things, but she'd laugh it off and say, "You know, I'm just kidding." Last month, I hosted a small dinner party at my place. It was me, Claire, my brother, and a few other friends. Everything was going great. We were laughing, eating, just having a good time. Then Claire dropped a comment. She turned to my brother and said, "You know, it's kind of wild to think about. Your dad probably would have freaked out if he knew you were gay." The room went dead silent. My brother looked completely crushed. For context, my dad passed away shortly after I was born, and my brother never even got to know him. So for Claire to say something like that, it wasn't just a joke, it was cruel. I told Claire to leave immediately. She tried to backpedal, saying, "Oh my God, I didn't mean it like that." But I didn't care. After she left, I spent the rest of the night comforting my brother. He admitted to me that Claire's comments over the years had been bothering him, but he didn't want to make me pick sides. That broke me. The next day, Claire texted me like nothing had happened, but when I didn't respond, she got defensive. She said I was overreacting and that it was just a joke. Then she accused me of choosing my brother over her, which, yeah, obviously I'm gonna choose him. I blocked her after that. Now some mutual friends are saying I'm being too harsh and that I should hear her out. They keep saying things like she didn't mean it and you've been friends forever, don't throw it all away. But honestly, I feel like Claire threw us away when she made that comment. So, am I the a-hole for cutting her off? Should I have handled this differently, or was I right to stand up for my brother? Let's bring back keeping thoughts to yourself, because I don't understand why people feel so comfortable saying every single little thought that comes in their head. That's just so weird. Like, why would she say that? What? Top comment, not the a-hole at all. He is your brother. Take care of him, and your friend sounds like the biggest a-hole, making those jokes about your father. And then OP replied, "We will always take care of each other no matter what. We are family." It's so weird. Like, oh my God, why would you mention the dead dad? Like, what is wrong with people? Am I wrong for telling an Asian man that his area is probably not big enough for me to enjoy? Anyway, after he stated that I'm not a beauty standard. What? I, 27 female, am a Latina with brown. I haven't read the story. That's why I'm like the whole entire title is throwing me off. I, 27 female, am a Latina woman with brown skin complexion and an average sized body. This happened yesterday. I was at the mall with two of my friends, both white and girls. We were shopping at Macy's when two Asian guys walked up to us and started flirting directly with my friends. One of my friends, who we can call Kate, is in a relationship. My second friend, who we will call Emily, and I are the only single ones. The guys proceeded to ask Kate and Emily to hang out sometimes, and even asked to exchange numbers. Kate informed both guys that she was already taken and told them that I'm single and free to mingle. The guy who apparently called dibs on Kate gave me an awkward look and said, "Yeah, I don't think that would work out." Curious, I asked what he meant by that. What he said next didn't shock me. He told me that he's looking for someone who would fit the beauty standard and would be good enough to maybe be introduced to his parents. I chuckled and said, "Well, that's okay. I'm sure your buddy down there isn't big enough for me anyway." I pointed at his private area. Oh, she ate. The two Asian guys and my friends were all stunned by my response. I told the girls to meet me in the footwear area when they were done with the guys and walked off. Later, as we were driving home, Kate told me that my response was sort of immature and stereotyping, and not all Asian guys have small areas. I told her that I was going to just stand there and allow that prick to insult me. Oh, she meant to say, like, I told her I wasn't. Yeah. I told her I wasn't going to just stand there and allow that prick to insult me. She said that I can't expect every guy to find me beautiful and attractive. I told her that they don't have to find me beautiful, but to stand there and insult me and make rude comments like that is something I will never stand for. The rest of the ride home was quiet. Was I wrong? First of all, that friend is rude. Just because you don't find somebody attractive doesn't mean that you have to be rude to their face. What do you mean I don't find you, you don't fit the beauty standards? Did I ask you, do I fit the beauty standards? If you don't want to talk to me, then move along. What the hell do you have to, like, what? And her friend saying that? Oh my God. She needs to get rid of these friends. They're not no friends. Top comment, not the a-hole. He shouldn't dish it if he can't take it. And then someone responded, his remark wasn't just a personal opinion. It was rooted in harmful stereotypes about race and attractiveness. You have every right to call out the kind of discrimination. Exactly, like, how is she saying, oh, you're stereotyping him, but he's stereotyping her, talking about, oh, you don't fit the beauty standards. What, just because she's not white, she's not beauty standards? Please. Next story. Am I wrong for not letting my mother-in-law see my baby until I put cameras up in my home? I, 25 female, had a baby boy with my 27 male husband 4 months ago. His mom, my mother-in-law, has some old school backwards thinking that I do not agree with. She spanked her kids, let them cry it out when they were babies, etc. She tries to impose those thoughts on me, and I tell her I do not like that way of thinking and will not be doing that with my child or future children. One thing she did was put cereal in her kids' bottles. She said to me about 3 weeks ago, and I told her no because that will increase the chance of gagging or inhaling that liquid into his lungs. And I told her that I will not be doing it. My husband said he will not be doing it, and I told her she will not be doing it. I caught her on Saturday feeding him his bottle with Fruit Loops mixed in when I came downstairs for taking a nap. I completely lost it and I told her to get out of my house. She told me I can't do that because this is her son's house too, and I told her I would just call the police because she's refusing to leave. She left but stayed in her car across the street until my husband came home from work. She tried crying and acting like I was the bad person. He told her that he asked her to stop when he caught her last week. I got pissed because he didn't tell me that. I was furious with both of them at that point. I told her she would never be allowed to watch him or any children I have in the future again, and she has completely lost my trust. She's never allowed in our home again. My husband tried to smooth things over, and I'm not having it. I told him the only way she'd be allowed back in our home was when I put cameras up, and she could not go out of my sight again. She blew up at me in the group chat we have with her, myself, my mother, my father, and my husband's 2 sisters, and my sister. She called me controlling, a helicopter parent, a bad parent, etc. My family was not happy about the way she talked to me and told her she needs to back off, and his side of the family was more so on her side and said I was overreacting a bit because the baby is okay. One of his sisters did say she crossed the line, and she's done that with her kid when she popped her daughter in the mouth when she popped her daughter in the mouth, and that's why she's not allowed to be with her daughter by herself. I don't think I'm wrong. If somebody popped my child in the mouth, I would have popped their like, what? I don't understand this idea of like, so basically OP is asking if she's the a-hole. No, she's not the a-hole because this person sounds insufferable. Like, why are you doing this to people? Like, why are you putting cereal in a bottle and giving it to the baby? What if the baby chokes on that? Like, that doesn't even sound safe. And on top of that, if a parent tells you, hey, please do not do this to my child, you do not do that to their child. It's their child. They will know best what's best and what's not best for their child. Like, I don't understand. Like, some old people are just so annoying, disrespectful.